Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a movie journal with me for Outer Banks Season 2. So there aren't going to be any spoilers, but there are pictures. Do with that what you will. And I'm going to be using some stickers, here they are, that I made that are up on my shop right now on my Etsy, link in my description. I'm so happy with these. This show is just everything I needed and more. Just the perfect summer show. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it now. Since this is my first movie/TV journal with me, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be talking about in this voiceover, but I will be avoiding spoilers, like I said, so don't worry about that. I'll probably talk about why I love this show as well as what I'm doing on the screen in between that. This is just me trying to figure out the layout that I want to have for this spread. It was kind of hard. I think I printed out my pictures a little bit too big, and I just wanted to make sure I had room for the stickers that I designed as well, since that was the whole purpose of making this spread, is to promote my stickers and honestly just to show my love for the show. But I did print my pictures a little bit too big, which kind of messed things up, but I think it turned out okay in the end. And usually I'll print out pictures just like this one big on purpose because I want to cut out the person or the object in the picture. I feel like doing that adds more to the spread instead of them just all being squares or rectangles. I don't know if that's just me, but I love doing that and adding a little extra bit to the spread. I figured while I take forever to plan out this spread and place everything where I want, I would talk about the show. So if you haven't seen Outer Banks before, which I will be shocked if you haven't because I feel like it's everywhere right now, it's about these group of teens and they're basically going on a treasure hunt slash mystery to find out what happened to John B's dad, which isn't a spoiler because that's literally how the show starts, with saying John B's dad is missing. So it's basically a mystery treasure hunt type thing. I kind of call it the Goonies, but make it a teen show. If you've seen the Goonies, it kind of makes sense. It's just the perfect mix of humor and tension, action, all of the above, and it has the found family trope, which I am the biggest sucker for a found family, which makes sense why I love this show so much because it's one of my favorite found families that I've ever really seen on a TV show. I just said found family way too many times, so I will not be saying that again. But yeah, the best group of friends. I just want to be a part of their friend group, and it'll never happen, obviously, because it's a fictional TV show. But sometimes there are those certain TV shows where it's just so good and the dynamic is so well written and the actors perform it so well that you just want to be a part of it, and that is Outer Banks for me. Another selling point that I have is if you're also a big TV person and you know that iconic side character with sense of humor, sarcastic brunette character like Stiles Selinsky or Jess from Gilmore Girls or Pacey Witter, Seth Cohen, those types of characters, then that is JJ Maybank from Outer Banks, minus the brunette part because he's blonde. But they are the same character, and it's just perfection. And that's my favorite kind of character, is the side best friend, sarcastic person. And you'll just love it if you love that too. And I forgot to mention this in the video, but you will notice that the angle changes or whatever. I was trying to multitask and do some girl boss stuff while trying to film this YouTube video as well as make a TikTok of this journal with me on my phone. And it was very hard to do. And I just had to promote it on YouTube and TikTok. So it was just a mess. But I somehow did it. and I just wanted to explain the angle changes because you might be wondering what the heck was going on. If you've seen the show, I want to ask who your favorite ship is. I always like asking that of people for any show, really, and this one has a lot of ships. Personally, I'm JJ and Key's number one shipper, but I'm also that person that ships everyone with everyone, basically. JJ and Key are my number one, but JJ and Pope, Key and Sarah, Pope and Cleo, John B and Sarah. There's just such a good mix of ships, and I want to know your favorites if you've seen the show. As for what's going on the screen right now, I just want to point out that me ripping that chapter 2 page from a book was probably one of my favorite ideas I had for this page. I randomly was looking for just a page to rip for background paper, and I opened the book to chapter 2 and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so perfect for Outer Banks season 2. And it's super simple, but I just kind of love that aspect of it. And I wanted to point it out. And I just feel like I was so creative of me, not to toot my own horn or anything. But I just wanted to share my favorite part of this spread with you guys. At this point, I should have known what I was doing with this layout. I went so far, but I'm still struggling. I feel I always have this problem when I'm doing my spreads where I feel like I have too much on the page. Like, I want to go for a more minimalistic spread. If you're on Instagram, I'm kind of referring to Jen from Dear Written. She has the most beautiful minimalistic spreads I've ever seen. And that's always my goal in life, but it never really happens. I just always have too much on my page, and then I never want to part with anything that I've done. And I always print out too many pictures as well, or make them too big like I did in this spread. It's a problem, but it's okay. We kind of worked through it for this one. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to end up. Let me know, because I just always want to have a minimalistic page, but then like I said, go overboard. I don't know if anyone else has this problem or if it's just a me thing, but the pages just never turn out how they go in my head, and it makes me sad. See, what's about to happen is I forgot to go back to my camera on my phone to film this part for the YouTube bit, so I only filmed it on my TikTok, but I laid out all my stickers and actually put them on. I thought that I actually recorded this on my phone for the YouTube video, but apparently I didn't because I don't have that footage. Just tragic. And usually I like to write quotes from the show. If you watched my flip through from my old movie TV, you know that I wrote the cast and my thoughts, and I did used to do ratings, but all of that was kind of redundant for me. I'll probably still do the cast for most TV shows or movies, but not for this. I just wanted this more of like an aesthetic type of page, not full on movie and my thoughts and stuff. Just because I feel like whenever I'm writing my thoughts for the movie pages, they're just not intellectual. And if people read this, I don't want people to think I'm dumb. That's basically my reasoning. But yeah, I decided to put some quotes in. I forgot to put the quote that I loved the most from season 2, which is tragic and heartbreaking. It's the quote that JJ says when he's talking to Sarah about his life motto. JJ basically says that his life motto is stupid things have good outcomes all of the time. And that's such a JJ quote, and I kind of just really love it. And yeah, I forgot to put it in, and it's sad. Looking at this is where I'm like, yeah, this is kind of too much on one page, but I don't hate it, you know? But it's not my favorite thing that I've ever done, and not the vibe that I had in mind for Outer Banks when I was getting these pictures ready. But she will do, folks. She will do. Along with letting me know your favorite ship in the comments, let me know who your favorite characters are. As of right now, my favorites are JJ, always number one. Then I really like Sarah in season 2 and Pope and Cleo now. I'm also really intrigued by Rafe as a character just because Drew Starkey plays Rafe so well, in my opinion, and I just am interested by the craziness going on in that head. And yeah, let me know if there's any specific TV shows or movies you want as a YouTube video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my first movie/TV journal with me. This was kind of stressful as a voiceover, but thanks for bearing with me, and see you in my next video. Bye!